Televangelist Brian Fisher made my day with this clip that you're about to see. This is credit to Right Wing Watch here for watching this horrendous show and managing to get this. So here he is talking about the dinosaurs and trying to make their existence match up with the Bible.
I have no hesitation saying this because I do not doubt the Word of God. I have no hesitation in affirming that man coexisted with dinosaurs. Now, people will tell me I'm a Neanderthal, I'm a Cro-Magnon, this is superstition, it's old wives' tale. I don't care because my trust and confidence is in the Word of God. So that Word of God indicates that we walked the earth with dinosaurs. Well, where are they? How come they didn't survive? Well, I think what these scientists are saying about the rhino is probably the explanation. Remember that when the flood came, you had little tiny dinosaurs on the ark. There's no reason why they couldn't have come on the ark. You got a couple of young male and female rhinos and a couple of young female and male Tyrannosaurus rexes. So they're tiny. They can be on the ark. And so why didn't they survive? Why didn't they survive after the flood was over? Well, what I'm suggesting is that when the flood happened, remember, it just wiped everything out. It just destroyed. It swept across the planet, and it destroyed vegetation. It knocked down trees. It wiped out grasslands. It wiped out vegetation. All of that was just wiped out by these floodwaters. And so when these giant dinosaurs, who were what? They were vegetarians. They were herbivores. We know from looking at their teeth that they ate plants. Now, the Tyrannosaurus was obviously a carnivore with the kind of teeth it had, but what's it going to eat? It has to eat herbivores, right? What else is there to eat? He's got to eat animals that survive on Earth. Well, if all of the vegetation is wiped out, what are the brachiosauruses? What are they going to eat? So they die out. They just literally starve to death, and the Tyrannosauruses don't have anything to eat, so they starve to death. It's not rocket surgery, ladies and gentlemen, to suggest a rational explanation for what happened to the larger animal.
Oh, that was the absolute perfect way to end that clip. Rocket surgery. Hashtag rocket surgery. Oh, God. That was so great. You could tell he spent a lot of time thinking about it. He was like, fuck. This doesn't really match up. We know for sure that dinosaurs died off 65 million years ago. 65 million. And we also know that according to the Bible, if you add up all the stories and go back, humans have only existed for 6,000 years. So 65 million years ago dead, but 6,000 is... how am I going to make this work? I know! Well, that's the flood. It was the flood. It was Noah's flood. He was talking about Noah's Ark, and he was serious. If there's any one story that should turn you off to being a fundamentalist, to being a literalist, it should be Noah's Ark. Why? It's self-refuting. So you have a guy, by the way, this guy, so he built an ark that the dimensions of the ark at the time, it was not possible to build an ark that size. It's just not possible. Wouldn't have been possible. Wouldn't have been able to have been built. It's just not possible for them to build the ark, the dimensions that he needed to build the ark. But anyway, this guy built the ark. He lived to age 900. 900? We know that doesn't happen. He lived to age 900. And then he got 2 of every animal on the boat. And listen, they don't, you should immediately stop and think, okay, that sounds a little fishy. But then also, okay, let's be really kind here and say that this did happen. How the fuck did you manage to keep the climate such that the tigers, who are normally in a climate where it's 90 degrees, 100 degrees, the tigers are going to be comfortable, but also the fucking polar bears, who are regularly in negative 20 degrees, it's going to be comfortable for both of them. Did you have some sort of advanced cooling system on said ark? You have any idea how many different kinds of bugs there are? You got 2 of every kind of one of those bugs on a boat. And then they didn't die, and you somehow made them reproduce. So you had mosquitoes fucking on the boat? How did you manage to get every animal in the world when naturally the area where you were living, it's not like all the different animals that are all around the world are native to that area. What, did you take a quick trip to fucking Australia and kidnap some kangaroos? I mean, come on, man. He said there are T-Rexes on the Ark, bro. He said there were T-Rexes on the Ark. By the way, biggest point about the Ark. How the fuck did you make it so that some of the animals don't eat the other animals? Because animals eat animals. And there is a food chain. Oh, it's so stupid and so not thought through. By the way, there's no evidence that there was a worldwide flood. Fuck out of here. But he's so convinced. He says that, and he also says, well, that's how we know. Dinosaurs, I mean, come on. It's simple. They start, come on. All the foliage was wiped out. The dinosaurs ate foliage, so they died. I figured it out. Okay, well now, please do your best to explain away, I don't know, radiocarbon dating and the maybe dozen different methods we have of dating old fossils and old rocks and how we know that it was 65 million years old and you don't even think anything existed 65 million years ago because you thought we were created 6,000 years ago? So explain that. Explain how, the devil placed the radiocarbon dating there to make us think it was 65 million years ago. Pretty intricate plan if I don't say so myself. Dude, give it a rest, man. Like, he doesn't get his day is done. The Televangelist, the fundamentalist Christians, your day is done. We're chipping away, dog. All the non-religious people, the younger people, are more likely to be non-religious. Why? Because it's the age of the internet. You know, we can learn. We can read about shit instantly. Back in the day, in the 1960s, you're sitting at a bar talking to somebody says some shit, you're just like, yeah, I guess it's true. Jeff said it. Jeff doesn't know dick. We have computers to fact check shit. We are more educated than any other generation. So you're not going to get away with just casually saying stupid shit like this. It ain't going to work. And that, Brian, also is not rocket surgery.